Okay, let's move on. So we will see essentials of indicating type instruments. So indicating type instruments are those which indicate in instantaneous values of parameter under measurement. They are usually consist of a pointer mounted on a moving system, and it is the whole moving system is pivoted in a systematic manner. So the moving system are subjected to three types of torque that we will see. One is deflecting torque, which is also called as operating torque, a controlling torque, which is also called as restoring torque, and a damping torque. Usually these two are fixed, controlling and damping torque. The ways we generate controlling and damping torques are fixed, and the deflecting torque depends upon the instruments. Okay, so we'll see one by one. So this is what we are indicating, the essentials of indicating type instruments, okay, which consist of a pointer system. Okay, so to see a deflecting torque which is represented by TD, it basically depends upon the instruments. So every instrument will have its unique way of generating deflecting torque. The production of this torque depends upon the type of instruments. The deflecting torque causes the moving system to move from its zero position. Means it will cause to the deflecting torque will be the reason with which the pointer will move, okay, from its zero position, and that is what the meaning of moving system to move its zero from its zero position. So it will move from zero position. So it basically depends upon the type of instruments. So there is no hard or fast rule to generate a fixed way of to generate this torque. There is no fixed way, okay, but in case of controlling and damping torque, we will see there are fixed ways, okay. So this depends upon the type of instruments, or whatever instrument you are using, it will have its unique way of generating this deflecting torque. Okay, let's see controlling torque. So controlling torque actually opposes the deflecting torque. It brings the pointer to a point where deflecting torque becomes equal to controlling torque, and in the absence of controlling torque, once deflected, the pointer will not come back to its zero position. Okay, so I hope you got the feel. So it is necessary to bring the pointer to its initial position whenever there is a deflecting torque applied. There should be some controlling torque in the opposite direction, so that your pointer will come back to its initial or rest position. Okay, at that point of time you will have TD will be equal to TC. Your controlling torque should be equal to damping torque. Okay, so that's an equilibrium condition. So there is one way, that is called spring control method, with which you can establish this control torque. This is how it looks like. So it is pivoted, means it is fixed here and here from top and bottom. There is a control spring, there is a pointer which is varying over linear scale. So it's linear, you can say, equispaced. Then there is a balance weight. So this is the method how we establish controlling torque. How it works, we'll see. When pointer deflects through deflecting torque, the spring is twisted in opposite direction. The spring is twisted in opposite direction. This twist will produce a restoring torque, which is proportional to the angle of deflection of the moving system. Okay, so which means TC is proportional to theta, where theta is the angle of deflection of the moving system and TC is the controlling torque. Okay, so that's how it generates controlling torque, and at equilibrium this controlling torque will becomes equal to deflecting torque. Okay, so that it will bring the pointer back to its zero position. Okay, so it's because of this control spring you are gaining your restoring torque or controlling torque. Okay, so this is one method, spring control method. Okay, and you should be remembering these two words, this equation and this, because it will be using again. Okay, Now there is another way to gain this controlling torque, that's called gravity control. I'll show you next. Okay, now there is one thing I forgot to mention is when you remove the proportionality constant, proportional sign, there will be a proportionality constant C, where C is y b t cube divided by L, where y is Young's modulus of spring, b is the width of spring, t is the thickness of spring, L is the length of spring. So b, t and L are in meter and y is in Newton per meter square, and theta will be in radian. Okay, so this is one thing I forgot to mention, the proportionality constant C. Okay, in this case. Okay, let's see another way of generating control torque, that is gravity control. So you can see this is our pointer. Now our pointer is attached to a control weight. This is the weight with the length L. Okay, now if you apply the deflecting torque, the pointer will move, let's say this point, then controlling torque will act in the opposite direction of the deflecting torque. So at this point of time your control weight will be here. So you can see if theta will be this angle made by the pointer, this will also be theta, this will be L length, this is your weight, control weight, whose weight is W, acting downwards. So when deflecting torque will act, it will try to come back via this weight. So the weight component can be written as W cos theta and W sin theta, since theta corresponding angles. Now this is the force acting on the opposite side, so that deflecting torque will act on this side. So you can say TC will be W L sin theta. W sin theta is the force and L is the distance. So torque will be force into perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation. So this is dot is the axis of rotation across which it is rotating. So perpendicular distance, it is L, and force in this direction, that is W sin theta. Okay, so that will be your controlling torque. Now weight can be written as mg L sin theta, where m is the mass of the weight, g is the acceleration constant, L is also a constant, so you can write TC is proportional to sin theta. Okay, so previously TC was proportional to theta, here the TC is proportional to sin theta. So TC proportional to theta means linear scale, TC proportional to sin theta means non-linear scale, you can see. And specifically on the initial positions it is cramped, or you can say it's crowded, because value of sin theta for theta value very less is very small. So to look the readings properly, at small distances the lines are made. Okay, so this is called cramped or crowded scale, and rest scale is normal. So overall it is non-linear scale. Okay, now here the constant comes out after removing the proportionality sign, is a normal constant there, and because there is no spring here. Okay, in the previous case there was a spring, and that's why we had y bt cube divided by L and all. So here it's not like that. So there are two ways of generating control torque. One is spring control and second is gravity control. Okay, let's look at the damping torque. So damping torque is actually reduces the oscillations made by pointer while moving. So whenever the pointer will move, it will produce some oscillations. So damping torque is necessary to keep it stable or to reduce the oscillations, so that user can read the reading properly. So this is the use of damping torque. Okay, so and it always opposes the motion of the pointer. Basically it reduces the damping. okay, the oscillation, the damping it reduces, so that the user can read the readings properly. Now there are three ways of generating this torque. One is air friction damping, fluid friction damping, and eddy current damping. This is the best one. Okay, so here I have made air friction damping, or you can say fluid friction as well. So this is your pointer scale. Now there will be a moving system also attached. Okay, imagine for controlling torque also there is arrangement attached to the pointer. Okay, so that is a separate thing. I am only showing the damping torque part. Okay, so it is connected to a air chamber. Inside this there is a piston. So this arrangement is air friction damping. So inside there will be air, okay, tightly packed, and either this chambers can be of circular or rectangular figure. Now the damping of the oscillation will be affected by the compression and the suction action of piston. I hope you are feeling the way piston will move and the pointer will reduce damping. Okay, so that's the way to generate air friction damping. So it's a tightly air chamber, packed air chamber where piston is moving, so it sucks or it compresses the suction and compression action of the piston will cause damping, means will reduce damping in the pointer. Okay, now in place of air you can also use fluid. Usually some oil you use, and due to the viscosity of the oil, the damping is more effective in case of fluid friction than the air friction. But either of them are not very useful, not the best one. The best is the eddy current damping. Sometimes you use the depending upon the operation of the instrument, you have to use either one of them, but generally what we use is eddy current damping only. Okay, so I'll show you eddy current one. Okay, let's look at the next technique, which is eddy current damping. So this is your pointer scale. It is pivoted, spindle is pivoted. This is control spring. Now there is a disc, non-magnetic disc made up of either copper or aluminum. This is between this shape, which is a damping magnet. This behaves as a north pole, this behaves as a south pole. So there is a magnetic field due to this magnet, and between this there is a disc, non-magnetic disc. Now when the pointer will move or deflect, disc cuts the magnetic flux, this magnetic flux, hence eddy currents are produced on the disc, and which in turn produces a damping force to oppose the cause. Okay, means to oppose the motion of the disc, sorry, the motion of the pointer. Okay, so it's based on the Lenz law. So if you know the Lenz law, it opposes the cause. That's kind of thing here also it's happening. Whenever the deflection will occur, it will cut the magnetic flux, which will induce eddy currents, or eddy currents are produced on the disc, which will produce a damping force to oppose the cause. Okay, so in that way you will get a eddy current damping in the system. So since the causing is producing them in the rotation of the disc, these eddy currents retard the motion of the disc and the moving system as a whole. So I hope you are getting the feel if you know the Lenz law. So these are the same things is how should I explain? The cause, whatever change is happening because the magnetic flux is getting cut, reflect on the damping of the pointer. that's what you can think. Okay, so that's another way of uh, uh, generating damping torque. So I hope you got the feel. So these three are the fixed ways of producing damping torque. Either one of them will be used to create damping, and for controlling uh, spring control or gravity control, those are the two fixed ways. So either one can be used. Okay.